Meanwhile, yet again, is this Dalmekian, Kupka's place? Yeah, Dalmekian Republic. The Ministry of Law.
Army's attempt to breach the Empire's defenses and gain the Isles of Ark has failed yet again.
Only because your fleet has proved as impotent as a eunuch on laying night.
What?
Would you rather we simply fell back to the capital?
Enough, both of you. All here agree that the Empire cannot be allowed to maintain its illegitimate claim on the Dominion. However, our casualties mount with each passing day.
There is a literal sea twixt you and your prize. The armies of Sambrek need but sit back and watch as you harmlessly lap against their walls. They are dug in like ticks and seek to draw out this siege, knowing the capital's stores are nigh bottomless. And what of our wise rulers? Goaded into war without any thought as to what chaos it might reap. Republican soldiers starve while waiting for orders from Randalar.
If you would but take the field, their bellies would be full by nightfall.
If I take the field, so too will Bahamut, and our duel will shake the island to its foundations. Instead of liberating the Dominion, you would doom it to destruction. Unless that is what you desire.
If our learned advisor has a solution to propose, we should be glad to consider it.
Is that the Emperor's?
You!
What is the meaning of this, Lord Kupka?
What it means is that I am disinclined to advise you any longer.
I want this woman dead. I want her dead.
The looks on their faces when you walked through those doors. A perfect picture of stupefaction. They could not believe their eyes.
10 million fireflies?
Though I confess, I had my own doubts whether or not you would accept my invitation. Such shocking news. Sid isn't a son of a whore. He's the son of an empress. Your own dear Clive.
Absurd. Who fed you these lies? I have never spent a moment among criminals, save at the gallows. I came here with my son, not to entertain your baseless accusations, but to put an end to the senseless hostilities between our nations.
Very well. You need only agree to the terms I set out. Sid took the life of someone dear to me, a woman by the name of Benedicta. I swore to take his in turn. This would not be disagreeable to you, I take it. You would finally be rid of the stain on your noble name. In return, I will leave Sanbreque in your capable hands. Your Imperial Majesty.
I want to kill this lady so bad.
And all for the love of a common whore. Dominant or no, one cannot hide one's breeding. And beasts will ever belong with beasts. There are greater things in store for you, my darling Olivier. Soon enough, you shall be the crown prince of Sambrec. And when your father goes to meet Great Griga, you shall be emperor of all you survey. The old order shall come tumbling down, and you will rebuild the world in your glorious image. Soon.
So she wants to do away with Bahamut as well, because Bahamut is the current crown prince, I believe. What an absolute horrid witch of a woman. I want to burn her alive. I hope Jill does it like she did to Imran.
She's been in there for hours. Something must be wrong.
Are we talking about Jill? Is Jill, after the storm? Jill still injured after taking down the second Mother Crystal? Yo, new quests available? Yeah, visit the infirmary. Party makeup has changed. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. New items are available, you say? Oh, I cracked another crystal, brother.
And what can I do for you?
I hear you got new stuff.
If you're gonna buy some, be quick about it.
The Platinum Sword. It is only 5 points better, so I feel like I should just wait for a better weapon. Yeah, none of this really seems worth it. Automatically charges magic spells and maintains the charge until cast. Accessory effect will not trigger unless the ability to charge magic is learned. That's actually really good, but it doesn't take that long to charge. Increases limit break generation amount by 3% when dealing damage. If it was a bit higher than 3%, I would heavily consider it. Limit break generation amount by 6% when taking damage. Now, see, if it was 6% when dealing damage, that would probably convince me. But, I don't think you're gonna get me on that one. I don't think I want it. Don't think I want it. All right.
Again. Oh, don't.
I think I'm good for now.
Not much bothered either way.
What is this side? Is this the only side quest we have? Oh, we have one way over there, the root of the problem. I want to check on Jill first, and then we'll look at accepting and doing side quests. Excuse me, pardon me, coming through. We have some new stuff here, Nectar? Chat told me earlier that if there's not a checkmark here, then I need to keep talking to him. The Cursebreakers don't just tack up any old rumors to this board, you know? They take great pains to verify every little detail. So don't you go letting all their hard work go to waste. Don't you let me, I mean them, down. Did you see all the billets are marked with a location? That's where the horrible horror in question was seen. But you can't be expected to memorize every last place name in the whole wide realm. You're only human. So if the place name doesn't tingle your pom-pom, try reading the witnesses' statements. Sometimes there are other details in them that might help you track the nasties down and finish them off. Yeah, okay. Did you know that with every forward step you take, every crystal cracked, every friend made, every enemy felled, the Cursebreakers are expanding their operations too? Which means more bearers being freed and more slavers being punished, but it also means more billets for the board. There we go. Did I ever tell you about the time I visited the Great Continent? The Great Continent?
I don't think so.
Of course I didn't, because I've never been. Okay, well. Look at these wings. Do these look like the sort that might carry a Moogle across countless leagues of open sea? Okay, well, you know. They call me Nectar the Bold, not Nectar the Stupid. Well, some people might call you Nectar the Stupid. How would you know? They'd say it behind your back. It's precisely what you see before you. The Cursebreakers note down the details of any particularly dangerous monsters they hear about or encounter in the course of their duties, and post the billets here so that any stout soul who wishes to do the realm a service might set out to slaughter an ungodly horror or two, which is where you come in. As for me, I have the most important duty of all, painting a big red cross over each and every one you cut down so everyone can sleep at night knowing the realm is a safer place. How nice. There we go. I have some other people I need to get check marks on as well, but we'll worry about them later. Sekret, a giant minotaur, which is B rank, and then Severian. This is one of the ancient machine enemies. Yeah, one of the fallen, also B rank. All right, so we got 2 new hunts to do whenever I'm in the mood for it. We gotta check on my girl Jill.
I've done what I can, but the rest is up to you. You need to start taking better care of yourself.
Understood. And thank you.
The curse has spread. Make sure she rests.
If it hurts, you can tell me, you know. I'll understand.
I can bear it.
But you shouldn't have to. Not anymore.
This isn't just your struggle, Clive. It's ours. And when we see how hard you fight, it inspires us to do the same. Or would you rather we left you to save the world all on your own?
No. That's not... Ignore me.
Clive, where are you?
Every time.
In here.
What's wrong?
Rosaria's under attack.
What?
By Kupka? I assume?
This isn't the Dalmekian army we're talking about. It's the men of the Rock from Drake's Fang. Hugo Kupka's private guard. There is in hell in Rosalith, trying to batter down the castle gates.
Looking for me.
Seems that way. Reckon old Hugo has finally worked out who Sid really is.
Then this is just another trap.
Ah, it's a trap, all right. The daddy of all fucking traps.
Language.
I'm going to Rosalith.
You're not serious. That's exactly what he wants you to do, Clive.
Look. I don't know why Kupka harbors such a grudge against Sid. But as long as it's left to fester, our world will never know peace. He has dragged the rest of Storm into this pointless war just to find me. Besides which, I'm not about to stand and watch while my home gets ground into the dirt. Hugo Kupka must die.
I've lost enough friends to that man already. I don't want to lose any more. So let's go and kill the bastard.
I'm coming too. After all, we're in this together.
All right.
Dude, I am so ready for Ifrit versus
I should
Titan.
probably speak to Otto before leaving. We need to know what we're getting ourselves into.
I am so ready for Ifrit versus Titan.
Back to Rosalith then. Whatever has become of her.
First he wrecked our home, now he's wrecking yours. But he's not going to get away with it this time.
I want to fight Titan as Ifrit so bad. Oh my goodness. A bird by any other name. Forgive my insistence on writing you these silly letters. Would that we had more time to speak to each other in person, but for every day we spend together, it feels as though we must suffer another two apart. I'm gladdened to hear of your most unexpected reunion with Ambrosia, or should I say Whiteheart. You told me once how your Chocobo sacrificed herself to protect you that night at Phoenix Gate, and here, so many years later, we find she has spent her life doing that exact same thing, defending others. Some things never change, do they, Clive? From Jill. Oh, how nice. An apple a day. Lad from the yard ran up a basket of martels just this morning, sweet as honey and crisp as the morning breeze they were. I told myself I was only going to have one, but I reckon if no one else listens to old Otto, I don't have to either. You let Nigel and his lot know they've done a fine job. What a time you'd catch none but Sid supping on these. It's hard to read these sentences sometimes. What for their foul bite? But for him, it never were about the flavor, but about what they represented, our ability to make it on our own. And look at us now, Sid would be proud. Otto. A flame none brighter. My lord Marquise, I don't know how to say this word. I ask once again for you to forgive my men for your welcome back at the Lazarus, but certainly you can understand that you were the last person any of us were expecting to see at our gates. In the short time since our reunion, you have shown yourself to be the self-same man I followed into Stillwind those many years ago, a true bearer of your father's legacy. If only Sir Tyler, the Lord Commander, and all the others who were lost that night were still with us to see how bright your flame now burns. To you and your cause, I hereby pledge the swords of the Guardians, and am proud to stand alongside you once again, Sir Wade. All quiet in the Dominion. The Dalmex and the Imperials are at a standoff. They snarl at each other, fangs bared like slum curs, but neither wants to make the first move. It's almost as if they both realized what a stinking pile of chocobo they've stepped in. If I were a man to lay wager, I'd put my copper on this conflict not playing out anytime soon. I shall keep you apprised. Gav. Gotta remember to read those missives. Alright, we got some side questing to do and whatnot before we get into the Kupka Titan stuff.
Back, are ya?
I am back.
So, what'll it be?
I still don't... I could make a Platinum Sword 1 with my Liquid Flame, which would be 15 attack up and 15 stagger up. That's not nothing. Do I want to use my Liquid Flame on it? Bad belt upgrade. Not good on that. The Drake Slayer's bracelets. I need a gelatinous mass that I don't know how to get. You know what? Yeah, give me the Platinum Sword.
No scratches, right?
Yeah. And then I could go ahead and make a Platinum Sword too, so why not? So I actually got like plus 20 there.
That it? Fine.
Let me get a good look at the sword. Yeah, I like it. Looks neat. We take those. This is like the third time Clive and Jill almost get their big kiss moment and it gets interrupted. How dare you, Square Enix? How dare you do that to me? Make my way down here real fast. Hello there! This is for renown. I would love some renown.
Sid, I know that when we came to the hideaway, we chose to let go of our past in order that we might focus on our future.
We did?
Nonetheless, I was wondering if... Well, I know you are from Rosaria, and I'm in need of someone with intimate knowledge of those lands. Apparently, the duchy is home to all manner of curative herbs found nowhere else in the realm. Among them is a flower called a morganbeard that increases the potency of lesser medicines.
I can't say that I've had much practice healing. My youth was spent in the Bailey.
A shame. You see, the hideaway relies heavily upon medicines procured from afar. And when those shipments are late, well, it's our sick who suffer. If we could find this flower and learn to grow it here, we might save many lives. However, as you are well aware, Imperial occupation has rendered the roads unsafe for those like me, untrained in the military arts. Now, I'm not asking the busiest man in the hideaway to drop everything and make the journey for me, but if you happen to be in the duchy on other business...
Yeah, dude, I got you.
Tell me of these morganbeards, then.
But of course. If my old tomes are to be believed, the flowers are bright yellow and as large as goblins' eyes. Oh, and they grow in the marshes of Sorrowise. If I am to propagate them here in the backyard, I will require several samples, preferably of blooms which have already gone to seed. And before I forget, I do seem to recall learning in the course of my research that their odor has the tendency to attract unsavory creatures. Nothing you cannot handle, though, I'm sure.
You got it, buddy. I want more donations, so I need more of this renown. Alright, not bad, not bad. And then we have another side quest over yonder, and then we have 2 monsters to murder. And I'm just gonna hold off on talking to Otto, because it sounds like we're going to Rosaria for some stuff anyway, and that's where all the Titan nonsense is gonna go down, so I don't want to accidentally trigger the story stuff while I'm trying to knock out these side quests first. Because of course, the side quests come first. It's faster to go this way. Excuse me, pardon me, coming through. You having trouble carrying that there, brother?